Talking about the West Coast, I'm the face of it. Gangsta designer clothes, I'm the face of it. I told them hoes to get low, I'm the face of it. I put on the bros, I'm the face of it. Jordan way back to the block, I'm the face of it. Listen all the ops, I'm the face of it. Hard bottoms, white socks, I'm the face of it. We gon' do this one for hip hop. I'm on some thirsty shit. I want the recognition on some thirsty shit. I want the recognition on some thirsty shit. I want the recognition, clout chasing. Whoever think different, I diss them. They be tryna put me in the box. I be steady tryna tell these bitch niggas they not. They be tryna say I'm only urban, I say I'm pop. They be like, how you figure that? I say I'm hot, bitch.
Okay, you know, I know. Subscribe for more. Give a little like, ride a little bike. What's up, people? I hope you're having a wonderful whatever day I upload this on, and we're doing some more Dragon Quest. I know you love Dragon Quest, so that's why you're here for more Dragon Quest. Can you Dragon Quest with me? And you will. Today we're gonna be talking about lying. I've already done the spoiler review for Melsandy Village. We're just doing stuff here. Zankron's gonna come in and fill us with his big personality. So we'll do that today. We'll probably meet him here, and then in the last part of this section, we'll actually go and finish it off in the Witchwood. But we probably won't get all the way there today. We'll just see him again, our good old friend. For now, though, I'm gonna go ahead and lightning speed right into our topics because it is kind of a whammy today. Once again, we're gonna be talking about lying. Don't ask me why, because I'm gonna lie. Okay, maybe not, but I think 2025, 2025 onward, year of truth. I've said this before. I'm gonna stick by it. I really do think it is the year of truth. So if it is the year of truth, then we have to know as much as we can about the lies that we tell, the lies that we choose. And I'll get more into just the depth of the topic here, but we'll get into why lying is important and why we need to just be vigilant, more aware of our speech and what we're doing. But I'm gonna tell you here the main points of the story, the main gist, the lesson, if you want a lesson from here, like a little takeaway or something, is that you have to choose silence. You have to choose silence. Don't just, stop talking because there's nothing to talk about, or stop talking because you're nervous, or whatever. It has to be a conscious choice to be quiet, hold your tongue. You know what I'm saying? Sit in the back a little bit, because I feel like now we just have to fill space so much. We have to fill space, and I don't think that's necessary anymore, at least for me. I think I've come to this point where I can cultivate my own happiness, and now that I've realized that, I'm like, I don't need this box, this Pandora's box, this electronic square that controls my life. I don't need it by my side 110% of the time. That silence of mind, of thought, of speech will aid you in the upcoming war, because guys, it's about to get pretty fucking crazy out here. It's let's see what date it is today while I'm recording this. It's April 7th. I've missed maybe like a couple of days on my journey here for complete annihilation of YouTube in uploading every day, because that's how you butt fuck YouTube in the ass. You upload it every day and you break the system, and then once I complete the uploads of all of the versions of Dragon Quest X solo, I'm blowing up YouTube. I'm blowing up on YouTube, or in YouTube, or I could just get a bomb and go to YouTube headquarters. And okay, never mind. The FBI agents are watching me. But anyways, after I said I was gonna get into this topic super quickly, and I definitely did not. We're actually gonna have a cut here real quick because I forgot what to do in the quest, like an idiot. So we'll come back after the cut, and I'll get into the topics, baby. Okay. So what you want to remember is lies are like mini sacrifices. Mini sacrifices of authenticity. And you have to realize that everything that you want in your life, everything that's worth actually obtaining, actually getting, actually holding on to, because of course you can have something for a little bit and then be like, this ain't really worth it, and just toss to the side. But like that longevity of things that you want to like hold on to and keep, that's all born from truth. That's all born from authentic energy. You're never going to get anything that lasts for a good while, a long while, without the anxiety with it. And if you have anxiety while you have this thing, then it's not really a good while. You're just kind of lying to yourself. You're never going to have anything like that without being truthful with yourself and with, whatever you're interacting with. Just being honest with yourself to say, yeah, this is what I need. And, this is what I'm doing to get it. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But, we lie because it aids us in some way. Of course, you're not going to lie to your detriment, right? But the lie protects. And the cost is your soul. You know what I'm saying? If we had like a lie currency, it would take your soul meter, drain your soul bar a little bit, your SP. And we actually have a limited supply of that, if you wondered, right? But every day we grow more authentic, we gain a new supply of SP to sort of move through the world, right? So how do you consciously use your SP, right? Because there's no way to just not lie, and if you think that, then you're probably very broke, very much at the bottom, very much losing in life, which is okay, which is okay. We all don't have to be the 1%ers. I wish it was a little bit more balanced and, the wealth was well distributed, but we don't all need to be super rich, and I'd actually prefer not being super rich personally. But the reason why we have to consciously lie is because we have to craft our own narrative. And everyone else is doing the exact same thing. They're crafting their own narrative. So imagine this. If you're not lying and you're crafting your own narrative and you're born of your truth and you're doing your own thing, what happens when someone else doing that exact thing but is lying comes in and tells a lie that affects your life? Well, then, I'm not saying fighting fire with fire is the best plan, but when it comes to lies, in certain situations, it can actually benefit you, and not a certain lie that will get you ahead, but a certain omission of truth, or like I said at the beginning of the video, a silence, a unacknowledgement of the facts, because not everybody needs to know every fact. Ignorance is indeed bliss, if you don't believe that. I'm a little jealous of you if you don't believe that, actually, because that means you're still at that good level, at that good level of intelligence where it doesn't really alienate you from anyone. You feel like you're part of the crowd. You feel conveniently complacent in your knowledge level for your career. And you don't feel like a lot of us feel like you know too much. Like you know too much. I've gotten that sentiment from a lot of people. That there's just a lot of information in the world, and most of it we'd rather, not have to worry about. But now there's so much worries that, like, how can you not have anxiety? Because we could just have so much information on hand. Like, you could go online and, be on your phone in the grocery store and look up every single product and see, oh shit, bad review on this. Oh shit, that has something that can kill me. Oh shit, there was a horrible mishap at the plant and that they shipped this product in. Oh shit, there was a horrible pesticide issue with this grapefruit that I was gonna buy. You could find it all. You could find it all at the tip of your fingertips. There's way more than any one person can find in a lifetime. And these lies of omission that we have to tell ourselves is just something that we have to do because everyone else is doing the same thing. They're doing the lies of omission. You know what I'm saying? Like on the grapefruit, they're not gonna say, "Hey guys, we had this pesticide issue at the farm," and all that. You're just gonna omission that from you to gain more profits, and that's why the people making the eggplants are sitting at home eating eggplants and not working a retail job like you because they figured it out. You know, the lies of omission or whatever lies you can just consciously tell, um they benefit us somehow. So it's not like a certain evil that we need to extinguish. We need to figure out how to use it to our benefits because getting ahead in today's life is, I don't want to say it's the purpose, but it'll definitely help you find your purpose and move closer towards your purpose, because money is a tool and lying will get you that tool. Once again, a tool to make the tool. So think about this. The lies we tell ourselves are just a means to an end. Means to an end. And if you want to get really pessimistic, that's like 90% of conversations, let's be real. Yeah, because I don't think many guys, maybe girls do this, but I don't think many guys just kind of talk to talk. You know, I always think there's an underlining objective there. I mean, sometimes it can be just like a favorite activity of yours, sure. But me personally, I'm trying to get more efficient. I'm trying to get way more efficient. And I'm realizing that a good reason to speak to someone isn't they want to speak to you. That's not good enough for me. It's not good enough. Like what if I don't want to speak to you? Then, you know, then we have a problem. Then we have an issue. So that's another lie that you could tell them, you know, that you could just be like, oh yeah, I totally want to talk to you. You know, I totally want to, you know, and so sometimes these lies can help people. Um, but in general, the big lie that we need to avoid, I'm gonna start talking about why it's bad here, is the lie you tell yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the reason why lying is so bad is because it breaks your confidence. And most people don't really tell lies, they live lies. They embody lies, you know? And some people like to call these lies delusion. I think there's a bit of a difference because with a delusion, you can sort of work on it. You can sort of craft it into what you want. I feel like a lie is more permanent. You know, you kind of have to stick to that. A lie implies that it's a story that you have to follow. And delusion is more like a story that you're choosing to embody or something like that, which inherently can be a similar thing. But in my eyes, the lie we tell ourselves, and one of the ones that I've been telling myself, you know what I'm saying, is that we are okay alone. You know what I'm saying? Like that we are actually happy and stable, and it's not going to be like that forever. I know, you know, but for this phase, it's a lie. It's a delusion. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's sustainable for like maybe a few years, but truly being by ourselves, it's not a human thing. It's not a society thing. So it's like, is this a lie? Is this a delusion? Whatever it is, the life I'm living. And then to undo this lie because it's something that embodies myself now, you have to destroy it all. You have to destroy it all to reveal. Because the more you lie to yourself, the more you require the truth from other people. And you'll see this a lot too, if you know like someone who just, you know, maybe a little off kilter, maybe does some shady shit in the background. They will demand you to tell the truth way more often, way more often. Especially if you know you've had a partner who's doing some shady shit. Yeah, they'll expect a lot more from you because they themselves are projecting. They're projecting their, you know, liarness, untrustworthiness onto you. And it just so happens that you accept it. You accept all the lies of life. You know, one of the biggest lies of life is the comfort zone. We all know the comfort zone. Everybody says when you're all in a tissy fit, when you're all huffy, you just got to go to your happy place, to your comfort zone. But that's where life stops. It's a comfort zone for a reason. It's there for you to pause. It's there for you to stop and take a second to reflect. You know what I'm saying? A little break room. That's the save room, you know? And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm playing video games, I don't hang out in the save room. I don't. I don't. I'm out. I begin the game. And that's where life begins. At the uncomfortable position. This comfort zone bullshit. Like, I'm gonna go home and be in my happy place. Because work was so hard. No. No, no, no. Feel the feelings that you had in work. Really decompress them. Find some way, some outlet for catharsis. Because a lot of people come home from the stress of work and don't have anyone to fuck the pain away. Not, literally. Of course it can be, but just find some way to relieve, reduce, get the pain out, get the stress out. There's tons of different methods because we're all weird and strange human beings. But you just gotta find what works for you, and the problem is with these lies we tell ourselves, one of the big lies is that our phone is helping us soothe. It's the thing that's keeping us going, like I can't live without TikTok or Red Note or Instagram. That's what helps me make it through this retail life. The YouTube is what really helps me. No, man. It's you, really. It's you, dog. It's just you. And the sooner we realize that we really don't need these devices, we don't need constant consume, constant internal stimulation, through words or music or just skits and videos. And we just go into our own minds and figure out how to emotionally regulate, the less we can stop relying on our lies and inherently and thus other people's lies that we've taken into ourselves. Because you have to realize when people tell us a lie and we accept it as truth because we don't know what's better, you're gonna mentally go back to that at some other point. You're gonna mentally go back to it, and you're gonna pay attention to not like the person or the actual soul behind the words, but just the general content and how it relates to you. And oftentimes, it's a limitation or something that someone's told us. And I'll tell you now, guys, if anybody has ever told you a limitation, if anybody's ever told you, you probably can't do that. You won't be able to do that. You probably shouldn't do that. Especially after you've told them it's something you're going to do. Most definitely a lie. Most definitely a fear of them. And this is not some bullshit, Monday motivation, yeah. He's gonna tell us to be stronger, get bigger dicky. No, dog. I really do believe that. People just don't believe in themselves and don't believe in the power to become a superhero every day. That's what we need to be preaching. It's not like, in 1 year you're going to be amazing. No, every day you have a chance to be amazing. And if you do that every day for a year, then you're going to be more amazing. If you do that for 5 years, you're going to change into something you don't recognize. Something far different from where you began. And sometimes that doesn't excite people enough to start, but I think it should be more than enough. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. You just gotta move. You just gotta hustle. Of course it's gonna be different. And I'm a motherfucker with morals, so this hurts me a lot, but let's just be real, guys. If you want to be successful, you're going to have to do some terrible shit. So in 5 years, if you keep doing the same shit, whatever, you keep grinding, you keep working out, you keep your skill, your passion, your purpose on. for 5 years. You're probably going to become a more mean, more evil, maybe a less quality person than you were before. But you'll grow into something different. And it may just be spiritual that you lose. It may just be physical that you lose. It may just be mental that you lose. But there's always different aspects of the triangle that we can improve. It's easiest to improve one thing at a time because of resources. But if you have enough resources, you can improve multiple things at a time with enough resources and dedication. But these limitations, these lies we tell ourselves, guys, they don't aid us. They don't aid us. The lie you live, it does not aid you. Every day you're going to become more authentic, and living that is just working against the natural process of life. What we need to do is just believe in delusions. Because you're never going to really stop lying. You're never even really going to stop lying to yourself, to be honest. But if you can transform that lie into an actual delusion, you know what I'm saying? Instead of imagining all the horrible things that can happen, just delude yourself into that 5-year line and be the person that you want to be in the future every day, right now. And create that character in your head, lie to yourself, tell yourself that you are that character. Things will change. We have to realize we don't see things as they actually are in life. That's the great delusion right there. We see things as we are, all through our lens. I'm gonna tell you, every date you've had, every conversation with a hot female, she's not actually attractive. She's not. She's not. Not inherently. Not to everyone. But to you, to your worldview, to the way you see things, that may have been the greatest woman in your life. And vice versa. Vice versa. All the guys you've been talking to, they're not interesting. They're not funny. They're not good looking. They're not muscular. Not enough for some girls, But your thoughts about them, the way your mind wraps around them like a silk-coiled snake, that's what gives them power. It's you. It's not actually them. And be careful. Be careful if you are just living your life. If you're a chill guy, hanging out in the background, and you often get called a liar, just know, oftentimes, people who lie, and I think I went over this a little bit earlier in the video, people who lie project their lies onto others. It's true. This is true. Which is why, you randomly get accused of stealing, and then I'm like, the person that accused me of stealing, interesting, and then later you find out that person stole some shit. Projection is incredibly common. So, don't feel bad. Keep that chill atmosphere, guys? Because honestly, the world doesn't deserve our energy. Especially those toxic motherfuckers. If someone decides to be toxic and accuse you of lying or doing some bullshit, don't give them anything. Don't give them ammo. Don't crash out, man. It's exactly what they want. The proof. And it sucks, man, that just being nonchalant is the way to go. People hate emotions nowadays, but it is what it is, If we have to be stoic assholes, we will be stoic assholes. And that's about all I got, guys, Remember to play the game. Play the game. And I'm not just talking about Dragon Quest. Although I am, because that's the only game I play. Play the game, or be a player, or be a player in someone else's game. The choice is yours. I want you all to subscribe. I want you all to have a good day, and I want you all to be loved. But that's easy because, you are loved. So I don't even need to want it. What I really want is you to feel loved. Now that's a tricky one, especially for me. So I hope you feel loved. Have a wonderful whatever day I upload this on. Subscribe! And I'll see you next time. Yo, 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 what's poppin' back with ya? We going in a Dragon Quest picture. Oh yeah. Guys, it's another day. And man, am I depressed on a Wednesday. I'm actually saying what day it is instead of saying whatever day I upload this on. But you know, whatever day I upload this on will be whatever day I upload this on. Today we're finishing up the quest for good old Melsandy here. We're going to rescue the person I just talked to, because this is the end half of the story where she decides to go off on her journey with another woman of high tier, high caliber, you know, high value woman she decides to take a trip with. And then we save her, and we allow her to keep becoming a traditional storyteller, whatever. She is sickly, so maybe she'll die later. But nevertheless, guys, this is the Japanese MMO here. We're Dragon Quest. We're doing this solo. And I got a little podcast episode while we finish up the story here. Near 2.1, what we're talking about today. I'm gonna do a red pill video because I just feel like it. I feel dejected, rejected. You know, I've deleted my dating app recently, so you know, I've got all this toxic red pill energy that I need to release in a non-toxic way. And I hope this brings my guys to a little bit of catharsis. Like, yeah, he gets it. And then I hope this wakes up a few guys as well. Because we are in a war, guys. We're in a war. It's not just Dragon Quest where they're fighting the sides. Okay, so here in the real world, it's the lost and the purpose-driven. You know, the people who are doing something to drive and to survive, and then the lost who are just following someone else's script. You know what I'm saying? And it's a pretty hard fought battle. So, you know, I'd say if you are on the purpose side, you know, let's not invest too much into awakening others, but that is part of your purpose, whatever it is. It is awakening others to their purpose by being authentically yourself. So pour into your own glass, people. Pour into your own glass as just our in general morals of today's story. But I'm gonna rant a little bit. Just about the current climate that we have today. You know, certain things that you just have to like stay away from, because I mean, like, that's the strategy now, guys. If you're a guy, you just kind of gotta stay away from stuff. So there are roadblocks, right? There are roadblocks to the dating skill thing here, and these are just basically, you know, talking points that you can see in people. They're like classes or skills, you know, skills that people invest in. You know, kind of like mindsets that shape people's realities. Now, it's not just the mindset, of course. It has to do with a lot of your attitude. It has to do with a lot of the actions you take due to the mindset. But it really is the mindset that creates the reality. And if you see these things in yourself or in others around you, you know what I'm saying, that could be conducive to staying single. You know, that could be conducive to why you know, the person around you, the person you're trying to get with, that you see, you know, if you're trying to help someone get a girl or something, you just like, maybe this is why, you know, you're not. But yeah, these are some things that could lead you out of a solid foundation, even if you've got everything else right. Just these general like things. They could just stray you off the path. And it's a little annoying to hear this, because I feel like it's like, well, duh, you know, that's just gonna stop you from anywhere in life. But a lot of people don't realize dating really is like a work conference or something, like you know, finding the perfect job or career or thing you want to build and be a part of for the rest of your life, essentially. You know, okay, we have to humanize them and say woman you want to be a part of, invest in the rest of your life. But, you know, it's just something you want there and to aid you in what you are already doing. A lot of guys, like, get a girl and because she says she loves him, they're going to change everything about themselves. And I'm like, but you were already doing something that worked in your life. So meeting this girl is just going to make you change the stuff that you were already I don't know, man. Because if the rest of your life we're trying to like build something, create something that works for both of us. Sacrifices that are too lifestyle changing, you know, you have to put a lot of forethought into, you know, unless it's really like something that you were going to do anyways, eventually. But yeah, that leads into the first point here. So the first skill is comfort over growth. If you ever see this in anyone, you're trying to pursue, or if you are doing this actively, it's not going to help you find a lifelong partner. It's going to help you probably find a lot of good times. You know, probably find a lot of people that will make you feel insecure later because they'll make you feel very alone. Because the comfort over growth mindset is going to allow you to accept a lot of things that just aren't conducive for pushing you forward. You know, you sometimes when you reach a conflict in this mindset, you're going to go for the path that you've just traveled the most times. You're not going to try and build something that helps the both of you move forward. You're just gonna go. You're gonna look, search your past or search someone else's past, and look for, you know, the solutions that have already been uncovered, essentially. You know, and venturing out and discovering is how we are going to find this person, essentially. And you don't have to venture out of yourself. Because in general, the world is ourselves. So when I say discover, I'm talking learning everything you can about yourself, understanding yourself so clearly, and embodying so much of what you want to attract that it extends you upwards. You know, so you're just narrowing you're sharpening your tool, and you're cutting through at more precise angles at the same point. So now you've got this perfect hole, and you know you can jab your fucking whole arm in there. Reach into the universe, take out what you want. Got a little water here. But comfort over growth. You really gotta just be comfortable with being uncomfortable in a lot of situations. You know, you find a problem in your life, you know, maybe do the opposite one day. You know, go the wrong way to work one time. You know, leave earlier if you're someone who always gets to work late. I don't know. That was a weirdly specific one, but yeah, comfort over growth. Definitely keep you single. We're going to the next one here. I'll start going a little faster because we're almost to the boss, our ideal woman here at the end of this nightmare forest. So yeah, this one is kind of like what I just said before as well. When they look for completion externally. Right. Now, what does that look like? Looking for completion externally is like, it's like, oh man, I need this much money and then I can start dating. Like if I'm this well educated, then I'll start looking for my girl or my man, or, you know, oh, I need this much like spiritual guidance. You know, I need a better house. I need a better car. Anything really, even if you're saying I need a girlfriend to be good, you know, like anything you need to be good. If you're saying that and you don't already believe you have the ability to make yourself happy in this moment or in any moment, because no matter what happens, we control the universe. So we have the ability to make ourselves happy. It's literally a muscle of smiling, and smile is going to reset up that, you know, that drug, that oxy. So when they look for completion externally, that's just honestly going to lead to, I mean, that's what leads to the world of Sims, you know, because a lot of guys, when they get money, they get a lot of power, and that power doesn't still give them the happiness because they're looking for it externally. But the power allows them to give a lot of happiness, and for everybody else, all the other lost looking for it externally,
You end up as that fountain, and you don't realize that you've just got this giant fucking like barrel, Donkey Kong barrel above your head, and then everybody else has got their little fucking cups, their shot glasses, and you're just filling everybody's shit, and you're like, I don't know what's happening. Why am I not happy? And everybody's just coming around with their little shot cups, and you're like, I don't understand, but this is not working. What's happening here? Yeah, it's looking for the completion, not in yourself. You are complete. You are. And we're becoming more and more complete, more and more authentic by the moment, by the second. Okay. And then the third one here, it's gonna sting. This one really hurts me because this is what I do a lot. But not setting clear intentions. Not setting clear intentions. The thing is, guys, life is scary, and it feels like rejection nowadays is more and more drastic, more and more life ending. Sometimes when people get rejected in certain friend groups, the dynamic is forever changed. Sometimes you shoot your shot in public, you're put on the internet, and now you're viral. But the way the internet moves, the way our minds move now so fast, you don't know how unimportant you are. You don't know. But at the same time, you are so important and loved. But at the same time, nobody is fucking thinking about you, dog. Nobody is fucking thinking about you, dog. It's not like that. And it's a disgusting world where commonly, at least in America, the 1% are looked at like the most, and 80% of people are completely invisible to most of half of the well, not half, but most of a gender is essentially invisible to 80% of people, and it's kind of crazy. But there are those people who will love you, and there are those people who will accept you. But the thing is, guys, if we're not like pushing this energy out forward, because guys are oblivious, but girls are certainly oblivious. I mean, like I really don't meet a lot of girls that think guys and girls can't be friends. I meet a lot of girls that just think, I have like so many guy friends, and they all like me platonically, and then none of them want to meet me or have a relationship with me at all. It's great. It's fantastic. Yeah, I know way more girls like that, So, knowing these facts, this information here, it's very easy for a girl to just take your friendly gestures, all your favors, every time she asks for something and you give it to her as just, he wants to be my really good friend, my best old friend. It's very easy for them to think that, as a girl, because they tend to just like fun. And when other people can do things for them, that allows them to have more fun, right? So, and then it's kind of like the hive mind of most general people. Guys are like this too, where when a lot of people think one thing, you want to think it too because it makes you like those people. But girls are kind of even more like that. So when you don't set clear intentions, ooh, that sounds a little dirty. When you don't set clear intentions, me scusi, it just gets a little weird. The area gets too gray. And then, suddenly when it's 8 years down the line and you've been thinking about this since day one, and she's like, whoa, Max, slow down, motherfucker. Because that's the thing. Any information, it doesn't matter how long you know it and you've been around them. Any information that is now introduced to them is brand new to them. Brand new. So while you've been juggling around this thought of like romance and love and all this stuff or whatever, like, they think of you as a completely different thing, a completely different entity. So if you are one of these guys, do not be surprised. Do not be surprised when you know someone for 2 years and they're like, well, slow down, man. What are you talking about here? Because new information will always seem like that at first. It will always, hit you like a truck. Like a truck. It's like you just met that person in that way. It's like the first time thinking about them that way for you. And that's another thing, that goes back to what I was talking about right at the very beginning. It's the mindset thing. It's the mindset, it's the attitude. It's gonna create exactly what like real life is, exactly what you see in your head. Like open your eyes, put your hands in front of you. Mindset, attitude. That's what you're seeing right in front of you, right in front of you, or in your hand, in your phone, whatever. Yeah, man. I'm gonna eat a couple more. I don't know if I'll finish all these. I might do this another one. But number 4 is you think you're too good for the game. Too good for the game. A lot of people think this. A lot of people think this. And you're not completely wrong. You are too good for the game. You're too good for the specific game that they are playing on you. But you are not above the game of the whole encompassing game. And you are not above your own game. You guys, we don't realize, even if you decide to not play a game, that is a version of the game, and that is your game. Because everybody has their own. You know, it's not like nobody's ever tried to get with a girl unless they're like completely asexual, aromantic, or whatever. Or get with a guy. So everybody has their own form of game. And you are above everyone else's. You only have to play your own. There's no other rules to that, you know what I'm saying? And if anybody else says there's rules to that, they're just fucking lying to you and trying to make you play their game. And if you don't want to play someone else's game, then, you know, fucking turn off the shit and get another console, dog. Like, Steam is huge. I know you got fucking 8,000 Steam games that you haven't played and you bought for some fucking reason because they're on Steam sale. Okay, well, the analogy doesn't work that well. But for girls, it kind of does. For guys, I mean, I suppose it's kind of like a work on yourself thing. Sometimes. I'm not trying to be too delusional here, people. I promise you. Because it's not really like an array for most people. I just have that disgusting 20% life, and I'm kind of realizing it, you know, as at the ripe age of almost 30. That yeah, it's not common for a guy to walk outside and I'm like, oh wow, I only got 2 compliments today. That's weird. I usually get like 10. It's not a joke. It's real life. And the fact that girls don't realize that guys don't love when people simp all over them. I don't. I mean, appreciate it, but I definitely don't appreciate it as much as the girls. I mean, I don't know how you can not appreciate it, because it's like what girl doesn't get constant attention from everyone online endlessly? And I don't even get a lot of attention from people online, but that's because I'm not always online. I'm not interacting with things, I'm not commenting on things. I make my stupid podcast, and I make music, and I dance around, but I mostly just do it for art. Like, I feel like if social media didn't exist, if the internet was just not there, I would still make this art shit. You know, if all that, you know, existed and we just couldn't like post it for some reason, I don't know. I probably wouldn't do the podcast, but I'd still be doing this playthrough for sure. You know, small things like that kind of just make me wonder. Like who is social media really for? Of course the guys made it. Of course guys profit off of it, but like it's a tool to satiate the woman mind so that they don't need men mentally. They can just get like 8,000 compliments and suddenly they feel worthy, you know? It's fine. I can just work on my career all day. And a lot of girls accept the fact that, you know, they can do that for a while and just get the physical male in bursts. But some girls, and we're figuring out faster and faster nowadays, some girls realize that, man, this is not going to work because the randomness of it is too volatile, you know? Some days I'm drowning and some days I'm starving. It's just like an acting career. But that is what we are doing on social media. You realize, guys, we're all acting. And I love acting. It's entertainment. It's fun for me. But I don't think everybody should do this job. I don't think every woman should especially do this job. We got to be real. So many people are afraid to be real nowadays. And you're real in whatever you do, as long as it's authentic and you didn't get it from someone else. And how do we develop this ability to understand when it's gotten from someone else? You got to be by yourself for a little bit. You know, you got to turn off the podcast, turn off the game, and do a little bit of nothing. Do a little bit of chilling. Do a little bit of self-coping. Sorry to preach the meditation bullshit again, but it is what it is. I only have like 2 more, so I'm just going to speed through these while this cool little cutscene plays. And Zachrome gets all powered up and shit. The negative mindset for women or for men, you know, or like a shifted mindset. Like basically, this is an in general one that is really gonna set you back far, and you're gonna have to like just peel back the layers and deconstruct it. Because if you have a negative mindset for the opposite race, opposite gender, or any gender really, like if you have a negative mindset towards someone like trans women, or any kind of specific gender, just like all of this gender is bad. Like I don't see how it'll be easy, you know? I definitely don't. I definitely don't. Because there's love in everyone, you know, and a lot of the times we're only gonna be honed into the negatives on social media, on the platforms, especially if we're inside all the time, and the world has popularized the super gooner, super postmates, the DoorDash demon, that come home from work and chill and watch Netflix and eat and sleep and then go back to work again. We've super normalized that atmosphere. But I really want to preach the fact that if you have a third space, if you have a third space, if you have a third area that you go to outside of work, or a friend group, an activity, an online community, actively engage, you know, actively engage in talking to real people, conversing with real people, you know, seeing how real people are. Because it's just a lot different from the internet. It's a lot different from the internet. And I think the negative mindset for the opposite gender really just comes from the internet and our specific, like, people we deal with in life. And you don't realize that, okay, yeah, they may have done you wrong, but think about this. We interact with maybe 70 people, non-socially, non-sexually, but in just like a functional way every day in life. If we go outside and if we, you know, shop around, you know, look around, take a walk, I'd say a good 70, and none of them fuck you over. None of them have any hateful energy towards you, you know. You could have a conversation with probably any of them and then, you know, come out in maybe a better mood. But you want to focus on that one person that did you wrong because you were around them for so long. And guys, I don't want to say this like some sort of doomer, but, you know, honestly, most people will annoy you if you were with them for a long time. Let's be real. It's just how life works. You know, you play any video game for like fucking 200 hours and see how you feel about it. It's not going to be as the first hour. It's not going to be the same. And the last hard truth, we're swallowing a lot of hard pills today, guys. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. This is the Wednesday of Wednesdays. I got a little wisdom here in me. So we'll do the thing. Last hard pill is that reality is karma that moves off of the vibes, not the actions, right? This is the reason why so many bad, I'm putting the air quotes here. I'll get the camera up soon. But so many bad people are really, you know, in good places. It's because karma moves off of vibes. You can take the worst actions with the best vibes. The worst actions with the best vibes. Because in reality, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do. I said, guys, your mindset and your attitude is going to reshape the reality, so it doesn't matter what you do. You can make any choice. You could chop off your nuts right now. Life's still going to go on. That wasn't a trans joke. I don't know. I really just wanted to slice my nuts right there. I don't know. I'm just yapping. It's been too long of a yap for me. I need to grind this skill so I don't say weird shit. But I don't know. Maybe that helps. Maybe that helps retention. But yeah, it doesn't really matter what you do, guys. We have an endless amount of options, but you do realize that you can get out of a police ticket, you can get out of a bad protest, you can get out of a fight, you can get out of getting fired, you can get out of anything with good vibes. Good vibes. It does not matter what you do. Just like conversationally, I believe I've mentioned this statistic here, but what creates communication for us is mostly body language and tone inflection. It's not what you say. Most people listen to about 5% of the meaning of your words. That's why it's so easy to navigate around a foreign country and talk to people and connect with people. But I'm done with this foreign country. Everybody have a good day and subscribe.